let's cut through the garbage. If you're looking for a real daily carry in 2025, not some tactical toy built for YouTube views, this is what you've been waiting for. We're not talking about guns that look good in Instagram photos. We're talking about proven workhorses, pistols that clear leather fast, ride easy all day, and don't quit when it matters. Some are simple, some are surprisingly advanced, but every single one has earned a place on this list because it works, not because a brand paid to be here. So if you're tired of lists packed with sponsored nonsense and flashy gimmicks, do stick around. We're going from battle-tested to bone simple, and we're starting right now. Most folks never saw this one coming. Quiet release, barely a whisper in the gun shops, but anyone who's carried it for a few months knows the Masada Slim ain't some gimmick. This thing's built to work, with a trigger that's way smarter than what you'd expect at this price and optics ready right out of the box. It's thin, lightweight, and actually comfortable to carry all day. That alone puts it above half the noise out there. Israel Weapons Industries didn't slap their name on this lightly. They built a full-size Masada for duty and combat use, then boiled it down to this compact version without watering down its soul. That's the key. No fluff, no marketing games, just a solid striker-fired platform that chambers and cycles with absolute consistency. It's not the flashiest pick on the list, but it damn sure earns its place here for folks who care more about function than fanfare. And if you think this one flew under the radar, you ever grip a pistol and it just fits? That's the kind of trust Walther built with the PPQ and somehow elevated even further with the PDP. This ain't a trendy new drop or influencer-fueled plastic frame. This is German precision built for folks who actually carry. The PPQ earned its keep with one of the best factory triggers ever put in a polymer gun. Not flashy, just smooth as hell. Then came the PDP, a tighter grip module, slight cuts ready for red dots, and a slightly more aggressive texture. Feels like it was carved out for real-world daily use and not just range flex. No gimmicks, no fake innovation. Just honest performance with a legacy behind it. And don't be fooled, it's not too big for carry. Plenty of folks EDC the compact PDP model and trust their life on it. We're just getting warmed up, you guys. The next pick? Let's just say it rewrites the rules for micro-compact control. You know what most folks never tell you? Daily carry ain't about bells, whistles, or looking cool at the range. It's about what disappears when holstered and still shows up when it counts. That's the entire philosophy behind the Sig Sauer P365 SAS. They stripped it down to the bones. No slide catch, no front sight post, no snack points, period. Even the sights are embedded. That FT bullseye optic system sits flush inside the slide. For some, that's weird. For others, that's genius. It's meant for people who actually carry, not just post photos of their EDC loadouts. Pocket, appendix, ankle, this gun vanishes wherever you tuck it. And with 10+1 rounds packed into a frame smaller than most backups, the SAS proves compact doesn't mean compromised. Next up, let's crank up the firepower a bit with something that brings optics ready and modular to a whole new level. No fancy sales pitch, no trigger fairy tales. You want a daily carry gun that just works, no questions asked? This is the one I'd hand to a guy walking into a fight tomorrow. The FN 509 Compact MRD wasn't built to impress influencers, it was built to survive drops, grit, weather, and more bad guys than most folks will ever see. The frame, overbuilt. The recoil system, tuned like a damn sports car. And yes, it runs red dots, real ones, with factory-ready optics cut, not some aftermarket mess. It doesn't rattle, doesn't flinch, and it sure as hell doesn't care about trends. Effing tune this thing to run flat, stay steady, and carry like a smaller gun than it really is. This isn't a gimmick pistol, mind you. It's what happens when a battle-tested brand just says, let's make a compact that won't fail. And if that's what you're after, the next one will make you question why it's not already in your holster. Did you know that most folks shopping for daily carry in 2025 are done playing around? They want something compact but still shootable, powerful but still slim enough to vanish under a t-shirt. The Hellcat Pro quietly slid into that space and just nailed it. You get a full 15-round mag without Glock 19 bulk, and the trigger crisp enough that it doesn't make you second guess a follow-up shot. No gimmicks here, no glow-in-the-dark junk, no flashy cuts in the slide, no overdone serrations trying to look tactical. This pistol isn't trying to start a trend, it's trying to survive the trends. Springfield gave it optics readiness, solid iron sights, and an overall profile that plays nice with just about any IWI holster. It's not the most exciting pistol out there, but that's exactly the point. It's for the folks who've tried all the hype guns and finally settled on the one that stays on the hip day after day. When you carry every day, the pistol can't just be pretty good, it has to be trustworthy without fanfare, and the CZ P10C doesn't beg for attention, it earns respect. Unlike a lot of carry guns in 2025, this one doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just perfects what matters: grip angle, trigger feel, and balance. That's why folks who ditch their flashy compacts often land right here. The P10C sits low, draws clean, and fires flatter than most compacts in its class, a nod to that smart slide profile and tight framed bore geometry. The trigger has that crisp wall with a clean break, not something you'd expect from a striker-fired pistol in this size and price range, and it holds 15 rounds without printing like a full-size. In a market full of gimmicks, the P10C is for the guy who just wants his carry piece to work without reminding him it's actually there. You ever seen a bulldog in a tuxedo? That's the Glock 26 for you. It's short, stout, and way too clean to underestimate. Folks call it the baby Glock, but don't let the size fool you. This thing packs heat like it's twice the size. You're looking at 10 plus 1 rounds, Gen 5 upgrades, and a recoil that's surprisingly manageable for a subcompact beast. But here's the real kicker. It feeds from full-sized Glock 17 mags. That means you're carrying a pocket rocket that transforms into a full-blown war machine with a simple mag swap. No safeties, no nonsense. Just point, press, and problem solved. And while some call it chunky, others call it trustworthy. It's been quietly riding in the holsters of comps, agents, and average folks for decades, and it hasn't let him down yet. In a world of gimmicks and gadgets, the G26 keeps it old school and deadly. And if you think this W legend is hard to beat, wait till you see what sneaks in at number 8. This gun doesn't need your approval. It wasn't made to impress gun snobs or even win Instagram points. The Max 9 is a dirty little backup fighter made for glove compartments, ankle rigs, or stashing in the waistband when you're headed where you shouldn't be. You want pretty? Keep walking. This one's for the guys who train in gravel pits and don't flinch when their hands are already bleeding. It's small enough to disappear and mean enough to drop someone if it comes to it. No fancy Cerakote, no overpriced branding. Just a tight shooting Micro 9 that keeps its mouth shut and does the job. And here's the kicker. Folks have mag dumped this thing well past 1,000 rounds without cleaning, and it didn't blink. Doesn't cost much, doesn't jam, doesn't quit. And if this blunt little bastard earns your respect, just wait till you meet number 5. It's even uglier and even more of a threat. How about a gun crowd falls silent? That's what happened when Taurus dropped the GX4 Carry. Nobody expected this. They thought it'd jam, rattle, or break like the old days, but this isn't your uncle's Taurus. This thing came out swinging like it had something to prove, and maybe it did. Taurus didn't just slap a bigger Mac into the GX4 and call it a day. They built this thing for war. You get a solid 15-round flush fit, crisp trigger, deep serrations, and one of the lowest recoil jumps in its class. It eats junk ammo, rides easy inside the waistband, and doesn't care if you drop it in the dirt. It just wants a fight. And the best part? You're paying half what you'd spend on a Glock, and in return, you're getting a gun that performs like it's twice the price. That's the part that pisses people off. This cheap bastard runs just as good. The Canik TP9 Elite SC is the compact carry gun that basically flipped the bird to every overpriced polymer pistol on the market today. This thing rolled in, guns blazing, and said, "Yeah, I've got features, but I also shoot like a damn competition rig," and it actually does. The trigger? Ridiculous. Flat-faced, crisp break, clean reset, it'll spoil you. The slide cuts, the optics-ready plate, the real deal sights, all out of the box. But here's the part that blows minds. People take this thing to the range expecting budget gun vibes, and instead, they end up shooting tighter groups than the pistols twice the price. That's no hype. That's just what this gun does. It ain't a beauty queen, don't get me wrong. It's not trying to impress with branding, it just works. It punches above its weight, and it does it with a confidence that's borderline cocky. But wait till you see what's next. The Beretta PX4 Compact Carry isn't trying to be trendy, and that's exactly why it hits so damn hard. This thing is hammer-fired, rugged, and doesn't care what the polymer striker crowd thinks. What makes it special? That rotating barrel system. It doesn't tilt, it twists, and that alone makes it recoil smoother than just about anything else in this size. It feels weird at first, then addictive. You run a few mags through it, and suddenly every other compact pistol feels like it's kicking back harder than it should. It's also insanely accurate for something this size. The double action trigger might take some getting used to, but once you do, it's pure control. And unlike your flashy new releases, this one's been rusted and battle-proven by folks who don't post about their guns, they just carry them. Up next, a carry gun so over-engineered it borders on ridiculous, but in the best possible way. This isn't just a compact 2011, it's a full-on war machine disguised as a CCW pistol, and nobody's ready for how it actually shoots. The Staccato CS doesn't do gimmicks, it doesn't need to. Every inch of this thing is engineered to embarrass other carry guns. And yes, it's compact, but it feels like you're holding a race gun that shrank just enough to disappear under a hoodie. The recoil? Practically nothing. It tracks flat, resets fast, and lets you double tap like you're shooting steel at a match. It's so damn smooth, some folks forget they're shooting 9mm and start wondering if it's cheating. Law enforcement teams have quietly started running these, and once you shoot one, you'll know why. It hits like a full-size and carries like a Glock 43. You ever carry something so often it becomes part of your body? That Shield Plus isn't just small, it disappears. Yep, mine did too. But when it's time to throw hands, it shows up ready to fight. This thing was born out of the mess the original Shield left behind. Smith & Wesson listened for once. More rounds, tighter trigger, way less mush. No gimmicks, just fixed problems. But here's the real kicker. This gun doesn't care who you are. Whether you're a new shooter fumbling your first draw or a veteran who's seen more holsters than hot meals, the Shield Plus never makes a scene. It just works, period. It's been dropped, soaked, shoved into glove boxes, ankle rigs, and waistbands, and it just keeps cycling like it doesn't know how to fail. Don't let the quiet vibe fool you now. This gun has more confirmed daily carry hours than most pistols ever dream of. Coming up next, a pistol designed for professionals but built for anyone who refuses to trust plastic toys. Meet the silent assassin of concealed carry. A gun that doesn't scream for attention but earns it anyway. That's the HK VP9 SK. It doesn't need optics plates, wild colors, or viral fame. This one's built for people who actually shoot and shoot well. It's the compact version of the full-size VP9, and somehow it managed to carry over everything that made the original lethal. The trigger, unreal. It's so clean and consistent, it feels custom. The grip feels like it was molded by a surgeon with OCD. No sharp edges, no weird pressure points, just locked-in control. It chambers like butter, ejects like a fight, and every round feels like it lands with intent. Most folks won't ever notice the VP9 SK sitting quiet on the table until it's already in your hand and 3 shots ahead. It doesn't care about followers, it cares about hits. And now we're down to the last one, the king of compact carry. We already know what's coming, but we're going to show you why it still rules. This king don't need no crown. You can complain all day about how basic it looks. You can say it's boring, overhyped, too common, but there's a reason every compact list ends right here with the Glock 19 Gen 5. It's the gun that your favorite gun's favorite gun probably trained with. It doesn't break, doesn't jam, doesn't argue, it just runs. The Gen 5 upgrades took a platform that was already unstoppable and refined it further. Smoother recoil, better grip texture, ambi slide stop, and improved barrel accuracy. It doesn't matter if you're a first-timer or even a retired LEO. The 19 works in everyone's hands. It's small enough to conceal, big enough to fight with, and simple enough that you could field strip it blindfolded. People try to dethrone it every year. Slimmer slides, flashier builds, red dot ready this, modular that. But when the stakes are high and you only get one shot to get it right, the Glock 19 Gen 5 still owns the throne. And don't go anywhere, our final bonus gun might not be royalty, but it damn sure hits like a hammer. That Glock killer built by Glock lovers. You want Glock reliability but hate Glock ergonomics? You want a red dot ready slide, flared magwell, aggressive grip texture, tuned trigger, and a match grade barrel straight out of the box? The Shadow Systems MR920 doesn't just tick all those boxes, it punches holes in the damn checklist. Built by ex-Glock fanatics who knew exactly what needed fixing, this isn't some aftermarket Frankenstein. This is what a Glock should have been if the bean counters hadn't cut corners. Same Glock 19 footprint, same holster compatibility, same mags. But the feel, the balance, the control under rapid fire, way beyond anything that left the Glock factory. This is the compact pistol for people who want perfection but don't believe in marketing slogans. It runs like a Glock, shoots like a race gun, and carries like a pro-tier EDC. You'll spend more, sure, but you'll never wish you hadn't. And that is the list. No gimmicks, no fluff, no hype. Just the best carry pistol still making sense in 2025. You don't need 30 attachments, you don't need gold slides or optics plates stacked like Legos. You need a pistol that carries light, draws fast, and goes bang every damn time. If one of these spoke to you, good. If I missed your trusted carry gun, drop it in the comments. Let's build the real list together. Until then, carry smart, train harder, and be ready. This has been your Captain Steve, and I'll see you in the next one.